one is stopping you.
So it looks like we've got another game here. Game number 3, 1-1 in this series. Spawning in the top left-hand position of Whirlwind, we have, playing for Mouse Sports, MaNa.
And in the opposing corner, I should also maybe focus the camera on him. It is going to be the Pink Protoss player playing for Team Property, winning that last game in a very, very close game. It is RunA.
Production values. I bet your observing skills have improved greatly over the course of this cast, Elmo.
They sure did.
Are
you referring
I'm really enjoying
to
the new
something?
zoom out feature. Pardon?
Are you referring to something?
No, not at all. I mean,
Okay.
I have no idea how you're observing because obviously I'm not watching the stream at the same time. But you seem to be enjoying yourself because you gave a wry chuckle every time you introduce a player. I was just mentioning it. We discussed it earlier, I think, while we were having some downtime. The new sort of observing features that you get regarding zoom ins and zoom outs are fantastic.
They are.
I'm really, really enjoying them.
I mean, taking a look at your camera. Oh no!
Yeah, go
Don't
ahead.
twist it. That is a very bad idea because then usually I cannot twist it back. Okay, there we go. Okay, I succeeded. But you are observing with that view.
Yep.
Just to see it. That was actually, I think, that was an eye opener for me. Because it's just
it feels
so
like
smart. Because no one will actually look at your camera, and you get all the
Exactly.
information. Very, very smart.
Exactly.
There.
You have the production tab open, you cycle through the production tab and the units tab to keep, well, for want of a better word, tabs on what the players are doing, and then you have the camera zoomed out as far as you possibly can do, so that you can see as much as possible. GameHeart obviously has been doing this for a while, but it's great to see the ability to do it just in regular games.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's really, really
it's such a
helpful.
great introduction that Blizzard made there. And also for epic battles, you usually would just move your camera around and try to get as much of the action as possible, because usually you could not fit them in one camera screen. But now you just press Shift Y, or for you it is Z, and you are able to basically see everything.
Yeah, it's fantastic. Speaking about this game briefly, RunA went straight for double gas and 3 in gas.
Oh.
So he didn't even wait to have 2 in gas for a while. So
Stargate.
that's really interesting to me.
I'm just gonna call it right now Stargate. Not sure if proxy though, but definitely Stargate. I'm just gonna throw that out there right now. Both
think
players
that's a
are
great
right now
call.
scouting each other, or will see each other's probes.
They're like, hi, what are you doing? Scouting. What are you doing? Scouting. Oh, cool.
Anyways, there we go, there's Stargate. Oh my god, I'm so smart. Anyways, not proxy though, so those oracles, I'm assuming it will be oracles, will definitely take quite some time to get across the map. But still, we saw in one of the previous games what they are actually able to do. I think it was the first game actually between those two guys, where we had an oracle with like 11 kills at the 8-minute mark or something like that. That is just huge. So
Yeah, I mean, that was MaNa going up against Bling, I think. Oh, no, it was RunA. It was in the first game, yeah. Really, 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 really nice. And quite fortunate, obviously, because his opponent was completely out of position. But, yeah, getting 11, 12 kills there, fantastic. And hopefully RunA feels like he can do the same thing. But no, Phoenix going to be the order of the day. And a Stargate coming out from MaNa as well. So we could have Phoenix on Phoenix here.
or maybe Phoenix on Oracle, and that doesn't go out well for the Oracle player. So MaNa, if he actually decides to go for Oracles here, he would probably have a bad time, just because Phoenix hard countered them usually. Sorry.
Yeah, I mean, again, you dying there on me.
Yeah,
Elmo.
I'm
Please
just dying.
don't die on me.
Leave me alone. I'll leave him behind. The mission is way more important. Anyways, MaNa is now going to move across the map here with his 3 Stalkers and the Mothership Core there, trying to put some pressure onto RunA, but RunA already with that sentry in place should be able to throw down force fields also now with the first Phoenix, scouting that there is indeed a Nexus. Already pretty much gets all the input that he needs. And MaNa is actually indeed gonna go for an Oracle here.
Yeah, gets pushed away though. Great force field at the ramp blocks out all 3 Stalkers, and there is a Mothership Core here as well. Is he going to be able to take out this sentry? Oh, got to be careful because this Stalker can actually take down the Mothership Core. I think he's going to try and get out of there. Does scout the Stargate, of course. And MaNa did go for an Oracle, which got shot down.
That
in the
is just
process of
spawn
getting
killing.
shot down.
Definitely got spawn killed. Also the push has been held back. And also I think the Mothership Core went down in the process, so that's definitely not nice there for MaNa. who's already taken quite some losses already. That of course this place in the supply count's currently 33 to 42 in favor of RunA there, so that's not really working too well for MaNa already. But of course he has his Nexus up and running, or not really up and running, but finishing up here any moment, which will definitely help him out a lot. And I think RunA's just gonna go for it here.
I completely agree with you. He doesn't have a natural. He hasn't even thought about putting down an expansion. He's actually gone up to 4 gateways and still making Phoenixes as well. So it looks like he's going to hit a 4-gate Phoenix timing here. Obviously content with the amount of damage he was able to put out in that first game. These Phoenixes are still sharking about the map as well, preventing mining at the natural here. And MaNa has to keep his Stalkers in his own mineral line to prevent these Phoenixes from taking out the workers. The Mothership Core had to be remade, so it still doesn't have enough energy for a Photon Overcharge. So with RunA pushing out here with quite a sizable gateway force and plenty of warp-in reinforcement potential, he could really put on a good bit of pressure here. And he does come up the ramp here, timing this up perfectly. He gets lifts up on all of the Stalkers, and I think he's going to be able to do a great amount of damage here.
It is already not really looking too good for MaNa here. RunA is now pushing up the ramp. Sentry is not in place. Force field cannot be thrown down, and now the Stalkers are pushing forward. Also, the Phoenixes are once again lifting a lot of Stalkers. The Mothership Core has not enough energy for a Photon Overcharge just yet, sitting at 88. Probes are being pulled. It is not looking good for the Red Protoss player here. Eventually will get a nice round onto most of those Stalkers, but he's just gonna lose so much in process of holding that.
Yeah, this looks like it could be the end of days here, unfortunately, for MaNa. He has shown some great games before, but it's going to take a clutch hold to be able to make sure he can defend this. He's only got a few Stalkers left behind, just 3 Stalkers, 3 Zealots and a Sentry. Gets a great engagement. No, not quite getting that surround from the probes here. Finally, he does able to do some damage, but I think it might be just too little, too late, as there's still a decent-sized gateway army, and so many probes are going down, unfortunately.
Already 20 workers have been killed in the process. But eventually the Stalker numbers are dwindling here for RunA. He pretty much cannot, well he can reinforce, but he doesn't want to, because I think he might have realized that he could have won that game right now with only 4 workers remaining. GG! And RunA wins the game and advances into the round of 4, meaning that he has himself a very nice spot in the group stages of the Fragbite Masters.